Hi, this is Elsa P. We've been talking about astrology and projecting in relationships, and as an aside, projecting your shadow and or owning your shadow. So Max left a comment saying that embracing your shadow is perhaps overrated. And this is not, this video is not to respond to him because he's really making a different point, but it did trigger my thinking. I thought I'd come on here and talk about why I think it's a good idea to use astrology, you know, or whatever technique you can find to find out who you are and to own all your you know, your entire character of who you are. And, you know, the reason is because it makes you a more interesting person. See, most people left to their own devices, there's certain things about themselves that they're comfortable with, and they own that. And then, you know, they have a facade, the way that they see themselves, and they want other people to see themselves, and everything else they don't like, they say, that's that other person over there. And they project it away from themselves, and they just keep it back. Okay, however, the way I see it, those things that you're projecting on other people, those are parts of your character, and they add to make you an interesting person. So I thought I'd tell a story that illustrates this. You can see what I mean. I have a lifelong friend, Ben, and he's half white, half black, and he's gay, and he's considers himself progressive. You know, he teaches he teaches cello in the school system. He has for 25 years, and he does it barefoot, and he gets away with this. He makes his own rules. He's extremely progressive. And one day, about 10 years ago, he was talking to another teacher, happened to be a straight man, who said, well, you know, Ben said, you're so conservative, you know, and he said, well, you're more conservative than I am, and he challenged Ben in this way. So, you know, Ben immediately was going to defend against it, but, you know, he's pretty smart, so he went home and started thinking, and he realized the guy was right. You know, he had all kinds of, you know, his conservative qualities. For example, you know, you don't come in his class and mess around. You know, he's an extreme authority figure, and you know, thinks you should achieve, and you should not be backpacking across Europe, you know, or whatever. You know, he's actually very. He has a 10th house sun. So finding this out, you know, added some shading or some character, some you know, interest to the character that he is, because he's a progressive gay man who's conservative. You know, like I'm a Capricorn rising. Obviously, I can control myself. My life's in tatters right now. It's in shambles, and I'm on here talking. I'm pretty pulled together. That would be quintessential Capricorn. I'm in control. However, you know, I assure you, I'm an extremely emotional person, and you know, splayed out all over, you know, as well at various times. And the reason to own this, instead of saying it's that other person who's needs their mom, you know, is because it makes me a more whole person and a more compelling person, a more interesting person, and a more attractive person, I think. So that's my bit. This is Elsa P at elsaelsa.com. See ya.